Some of the most successful engineering students I've come across have been ones that are just want to solve a problem. If you enjoy kind of creating your own things, working outside of the box, that's what makes a good engineer.
What sets the Indiana Tech's engineering program apart, what comes to mind are two things. First of all, having a small class size gives some individualized attention for students and an approach for the students. The second thing would be the focus of the university on teaching rather than on research. And you can see that in the faculty they've hired, and the focus on teaching really helps the students prepare for their future career and work in industry.
I think it is a very student-focused environment here. The professors all care for every individual student, which comes from the smaller class sizes. Having just a class of 20 students, the professors are able to make sure that they are doing what needs to be done to be successful.
My fellow students have been great, especially there's a group of us that we all have same class schedule, and we've had it from our second semester here at Tech. So that's been great just because you get to know people and you show up for classes and you just joke and have fun, but it's also they're great to study with.
There's a lot of students here on campus that are always willing to help people out. If you're in the computer lab and they see you struggling on a project, they might help and offer some advice, or even just some other students who go on to be teachers' assistants in the labs. They're always very great to work with. They've been through the class themselves. They kind of know what can be difficult to learn, and they're great at helping, knowing their past experiences.
I'd like to have my students do hands-on projects as early in the program as possible. I find this really helps them get excited about electrical engineering. Sometimes the courses can get a little intense, mathematics-wise and everything, and people who can't see the end picture all the time. And the earlier I can get them doing hands-on projects, the more excited they get about the program and the more energized they are and are able to make it through all of the courses, even the more intense ones.
I want to teach the students the material that it needs to be covered for that class, but since the classes that I teach are also things that I do in industry, I try to get as much industry experience information into the class as possible so that the students know, yes, we do actually use these concepts in real life.
I think it's important to be able to share with the students my experience in the work field, so I try to bring that in as much as I can with illustrations and examples. I'll even bring devices or things in to show the students in the class. And then we do take the learning experience outside the classroom as well, and we'll make a field trip to my manufacturing plant and give students a tour there so they can see the electrical machines in use. And then good folks at Horner Electric in Indianapolis will host us for a tour, and that's a motor repair shop, and we can see electrical machines actually torn apart and opened up, and it's a real chance for the students to see some of these things that we can only illustrate with pictures in a textbook firsthand and actually see them in person.
Our electrical engineering program is ABET accredited, which is an important thing for engineering programs to be. Another positive to the electrical engineering program is that we have state-of-the-art equipment in our labs. Just since I've taken over the program, or since I've been in charge of the electrical engineering program, we have purchased a PCB etcher. We've purchased all brand new measurement equipment. We have purchased a network analyzer, and we are planning on purchasing some additional equipment, some of the same equipment that we already have, because the program has grown and we need more equipment so that we have more lab stations for students.
We have an LPKF circuit board cutter, which allows students to create the circuit boards for their projects. Not only can they simulate a circuit using our circuit simulators, but they can then lay out the circuit on a circuit board, cut out the circuit board, build the circuit board, and test the circuits to see all of the stages of electrical engineering design process.
Indiana Tech has done a great job helping me get my internship and helping me get some real-world experience. I have been an intern at American Electric Power over the summer this year. It was a pretty good opportunity. I was working with the modernization group, getting smart devices onto the grid, allowing Indiana Michigan Power to see a little bit more information-wise as to what's going on. I've also been doing some load studies.
Students can get hands-on experience here at Indiana Tech by participating in the after-school clubs, and there's a whole series of different groups that electrical engineering students can get into. One of them would be the IEEE, the International Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. They get to see what research is being done. They get to interface with other electrical engineers besides the professors. They'll bring speakers in, again, to give them a full picture of where they're going to be when they graduate.
So I'm a member of Alpha Chi, an academic organization here at Tech. We go to a conference every year. I had the privilege to present and also see presentations by several engineers.
Just through the knowledge and skills that I learned through all of my various classes, whether it be electrical engineering courses or just your general math and general education courses, they've really given me confidence in the knowledge I have that I'll be ready to go into a job knowing what I'm doing.